Greetings, God's beloved. I'm Reverend Suzanne, and I'm here with our incredible artist in residence, Grace Cox Johnson, and we're in our Bonfils Chapel today. And we have been talking about how do we mourn all that's been going on? How do we mark the loss of 100,000 lives to COVID-19? How do we mark and mourn the loss of all that we had planned, of time with our friends and family, vacations and summer camps, the end of school, all those things. And now we are also mourning as we see our friends and we participate with our friends who are protesting and looking for equality and for an end to the brutality and the killing of our Black and brown siblings. And so we wrestle with this. What do we do in the midst of all of this? How can we celebrate, honor, remember, and mourn all of this? And we're searching for answers. We're seeking connection. We are waiting, and we don't know how long we'll be waiting. What we know is that the holy is already within us. Christ's light is within us already. We have what we need. And so all we need to do is listen for the Spirit in us, inside of us, speaking to us, encouraging us, and lifting us up. Today, or what we know is that in the midst of all of this, and this pain and loss, is that the light shines in the darkness. Wherever there is darkness, the light shines. And our church building has been a beacon, a witness of bearing God's presence of love and hope in the world, just as the peaceful protests right outside of our doors turned to more vandalism and unrest and anger in the evening hours. And as our building was tagged with graffiti and some windows broken, we were bearing witness, and this space was bearing witness of God's unending and bold love in this world. At Christmas, in the darkness of winter, we put luminaries outside of our church to wait in anticipation of the light of the world coming into the world, of Christ's birth. And so typically we only have those luminaries out on Christmas Eve. And so now they'll be out in our sanctuary, and we are inviting our church members or our families, whoever is part of our community, to make your own luminary, to shine your own Christ light into this world. And we want to talk to you a little bit about how we might do that. Grace is here. We're going to talk about some ideas for making a luminary. So I'll hand it to you.
Certainly. The supplies will include a bag and some tissue paper. And this is kind of one way of doing it, but there is no right way or wrong way to do this craft. What I did on this particular one was to draw with a Sharpie or some kind of marker or pencil or something. Pencil might work even better. Some kind of design directly onto the bag. This one I think has a dove, and this one I think I might just make into a star and let you see that as another option. And you can also do another design on the back. We may not have time to do all of that, but we'll just draw out a flame that you can see on this bag right here. And after you've done that, after you've drawn your design on the bag, next thing to do would be to take some scissors. Now be careful. It always helps if they're a little pointy to do scissors, on paper like this. But I just do a little tiny small cut to get it started. And then just like sometimes the Spirit just seems to rip us right open in the midst of this, well, we have to have some way for the light of Christ to get out and so that other people can see it. So what we're doing is cutting our design out of the paper. Doesn't matter how much time you take to do this. You might want to take a lot of time. But I'm just cutting it out as best I can, this paper, so that I have a design to help the light of Christ. I hope I can show you this. Help see the light of Christ. Now this is kind of rushed and quick just for the demonstration purposes. You might want to be a little bit more artistic and a little more time, but you don't really have to be. It can work just fine. And after I get the design cut out, open the bag up a little bit, and you can either use glue or tape or a glue stick, which I found really helpful. I love little quick things like this. Well, I guess we'll have to open the glue stick. Then just use a little bit of glue at the top. And you might want to do it on the sides, but right now I'm just going to do it on the top and the bottom. Then take your tissue paper, carefully not to get your hands all stuck in the glue, and just stick it onto the inside of the bag. Now, that's pretty much that simple. Then you might want to weight the bottom of your bag so it'll stand up. You could put a little dirt or some rocks or shells or something a little heavy inside there. Right now, since there's no wind inside here, all I did was take a coffee cup, put inside there to raise my candle up just a little bit, and then you can see how the candle is reflecting through the light, through the tissue paper. We've got several colors of tissue paper, but we're just going to send a couple of pieces with you for the front and then also for the back of the bag. It's really that simple. You can be as complicated and challenged by this process as you want to be. You could even tie-dye some fabric to put inside here if you wanted to. You can make it really, really complicated, but you also could make it just this simple. And that's enough because it shows the light of the candle right through the paper bag and gives a sense of Christ's light shining.
So excuse me.
No, go ahead.
So we will have supplies available. We have lots of these brown paper bags, and then we have these are battery operated, so it works with our tissue paper in there. So we have these little candles, and then we'll have the tissue paper, and we're going to package these up so they're ready to go. If you would like to participate and want one of these, please let us know at the church. You can email me, and we will work. If you would like to come by the church and pick one up, you'll want to coordinate that with us because right now there's not always someone in our building, and so we want to make sure that someone's here to get that to you, or we are happy to have them delivered to you. We've already had some folks who have volunteered to deliver, and so we are grateful for that. But those are the supplies that you will get from us. If you are needing glue or tape or something else, perhaps you need to let us know that so we can make sure that you have that. But we're just hoping that people have those supplies, and with whatever you want to fill in to weigh it down. And we also want to invite you to take a picture of your luminary when it's dark with the light on, or have a video of it in action, and also invite you, if you would like to sing This Little Light of Mine next to your luminary and send that in to us as well. You can send that to Kara or you can send that to me, and then we'll put them together in a video to share with everyone as each one of us will have our own, but that light will be brighter and brighter as all of our lights come together in this world and in your neighborhood and your community. So we want to invite you to participate in that. And we're so thankful for your time today and excited to see how you create your luminary and shine your light. So thank you.
And have fun.
Yes, have fun.